Hour.
As always, it's us two guys. We're back again for another episode. As always, if you enjoy what we like, what we do, please share, like,
And
subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And you want to, reach out to us, Teh Tarik Hour at gmail.com.
Here's Azreen and Ah Kit.
Yes. I don't really want to introduce ourselves with so many. We've done this so long already,
No, if let's say for some some
people,
new
right?
peoples, because recently we have some new subscribers and
But our previous
news
episode,
audience.
the currency one, our number one fans still comment for that. Thank
Yup.
you for our fan who always consistently support us. We don't always reply, but we never
Now
reply.
we want to I have more effort to put more effort on our contents lah, so we do more content and good show for everyone's lah.
Some of the things that brought up we will try to discuss in the future. But
Mm-mm.
today's episode we're talking again EV.
Yes.
Like, why EV again? I think you have a personal grudge against EVs.
No lah. Actually, both of us is very busy on the work, right?
Yeah,
we know think about so suddenly no, because it's too many times we are put on our job and then we are not thinking about our podcast. Hey, what's the topic when we want to talk tomorrow?
Yeah.
What's topic? Then suddenly EV lah, we talk about EV. But because why we EV? Because now EV in Malaysia is such like a hot cake. You see a lot of those China's brand those
Ninta
EV
or what the good Aura.
Xiaopeng this all the I don't think you heard before this.
Never
this
heard.
kind like the BYD. This is very well-known brands.
BYD, of course.
Well-known brand, but it's some of like also a little brand also come into Malaysia and then say, wow, so fantastic the idea of the EV. But I'm not support EV.
You don't support EV in general, or you don't support China EV? Because as we can see in the previous episode, you are quite anti-China and pro-Western punya thing. Our fans also say Ah Kit is too much Western propaganda already. He already too much into the Western side things already. But what is it? Are you just in general EV is not a good thing for you? Is it?
I think in Malaysia, especially now in Malaysia you drive a EV. We're talking very personal first You drive a EV. You go to to have this what you call that to recharge your vehicles take time. It's not compared with the petrol car. The one things. The other thing is damn not convenient for the EV user. You see in Malaysia. In Malaysia you really see the chargers port for the EV. Okay lah, we forget it lah. Maybe Malaysia is so belakang lah.
We're not developed yet, is
we're
it?
not well developed lah. You go back to China, they promote their EV.
Okay.
These are just reasons the China have these national days. 10-1, 110 anything lah. So you can see a lot of people go travel. You so many people is stuck in the jam and then do the recharge the vehicles is 1-2 hours, 3-4 hours of spend on the recharge.
Okay, but like there's already a jam before EV also. Last time like big travel.
No, last time is very jammy because the traffic. Now
the jam is because of the recharging, is it?
After the jam, they are also facing another jam because they want to line
charge,
up to charge up for the vehicle. So not like last time. Okay, after the jam, you just simply find a petrol station and then pump a petrol. I think I pump a petrol, you line up for the petrol maybe a half an hour or maybe 1 hour. But damn, the recharge for the car maybe is take more than 1 hour, 2 hour, or the half day is gone for the vehicle for recharging.
Why? Okay, I mean I see the inefficiency there lah. Like for EV at this point, right? It's because the infrastructure is not there to support fast charging EV, right? But government like China and everything, and Malaysia also want to promote a lot of people to switch over to EV without the infrastructure to support it lah, basically, right? But again, I always come back to this, right? It's at this point, why do you want to worry so much about EV infrastructure when we know it's still developing? Like, I don't. You feel like you too anti-EV at this point just for the sake of being anti-EV to me. I don't know.
Maybe I'm used to
And then it's
use
like
the petrol car.
you look at it in China way, but then if you look at it in the Western world also, they would share the same issue as well. But
But
why
they're
specifically you are attacking China? lah?
Europeans side, they are slowly to shift to, I mean, back to the petrol car.
Is it?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Then what's the point of people like Elon Musk developing all this Tesla and all this? And what's the point of all these governments trying to initiate sustainability through EV and all this? Are you saying that it is better for us to go back to petrol car, is it?
I think for personal car, for personal vehicles, I prefer lah. I still prefer in the petrol car. And then in Malaysia, some more, I think we are not really ready for the vehicle EV.
But the thing is, right, for me lah, it's not about whether we're ready or not to switch from oil-based or petrol-based car to EV car. We have to change to that because I don't know you realize in recent weeks, recently, US have been hitting the typhoon there, the hurricane. Why do you think we are having all this climate change there? It's because we are still relying on petrol car and all this as a form of contribution to climate change.
I absolutely agree. The petrol car is a harmful and the environments lah. But for EV, the battery, okay, because I believe, okay, I understand they're using the battery, using the EV is more recycled. But after 10 years, after 20 years, how are we going to solve the battery issues? Because the battery, we want to bunker, we want to tanam to the tanah, or how we go to solve the battery issues? Because not one EV cars, Like after that, maybe we got a lot of those after use the battery, the battery.
Yes, there is a issue of that part of the battery part of it, which is also can contribute to sustainable problems.
So our Malaysian here, are we think of after 10 years, how we go to do on this all the old battery? We try to recycle, or we have other factory we try to do maybe after we can reuse the battery, the titaniums now, all that's the material. Maybe we can do other things. We don't know. This is we want to think. Oh, are we Malaysian to ready after 10 years? This kind of issues.
But then that's the thing. Like you say, if we're ready, when we're ready, how do you know you're ready if you never start to initiate the change towards EV? Right now you say, oh, EV now cannot do lah. We don't have the infrastructure. Then when is it the time? Do we need to wait until 10 more years, 20 more years, or should we not at least try to start initiate the infrastructure towards?
Maybe we can see some the petrol station, we are changed to the EV. We can see the EV port there, and then fast chargings, all that, and then this is kind of the changing.
But the thing is, the change won't happen unless the consumers start buying the cars. Like you can't.
But seriously
it's a chicken on egg thing, If you if you tell people, okay, don't buy EV, just buy all petrol car, then people will say, okay, if all buy petrol car, what for we start the charging port?
The other thing is very realistic. Okay, the other issues is very realistic. You see, the EV cars come to the markets, it's 100 over thousands, right?
Yes, of course, the cost there.
It's a cost there, it's 100 over thousand. Who effort to pay the 100,000 over the car?
Of course, not everyone can afford it right now, right?
You see the Pro Duals and maybe it's a Protons. They have a 50,000 car, 50,000 to 70,000. This range of car is more common to the public. Right. If let's say EV only for the people who are in the middle class or higher class, we are not promoting the EV car in Malaysia. Actually, this is just the lifestyle.
Yes, it is a luxury lifestyle for now.
It's a lifestyle thing.
That's where, of course, I've always gone to this. It's either the choice of either you go EV or you go public transportation.
Yep.
Of course, Malaysia as it is will never support better public transportation unfortunately. Instead, we have to rely on car because we are a car-centric country.
Seriously, if let's say you want to promote, and then maybe the MyWe, the MyWe is coming soon. Yeah, they'll have this called EV. It's really the pricing is already attract to the people.
But when will that come also, right? Now, if there were such a thing of an affordable EV, are you more willing to say that, oh, it's okay lah, we can switch over to EV? Or do you still think, oh, the infrastructure needs to come back first to reach the level first, then only you will say people can start buying EV?
But if because I'm the old people mindset, I'm still stick on the petrol car. Why? You see, if let's say I one trip from JB to Penang, okay, how many stop I want to stop to prepare? Because I know the guys who are driving EV, you turn on the air cons and then you speed and then you turn on your music, your music, everything's on the car. You're charging your phone. Because you are using the same battery. The battery is to supply all the electricities and all the car.
I mean, you've mentioned this point in our previous discussion lah, like this inconvenience of using EV lah. But I always try to make it to the point of like, is your inconvenience really that important compared to how our climate will be in 20 or 30 years? Do you not think like, okay, maybe I need to suffer a bit lah of not being able to stop at the petrol station for 5 minutes? Instead, I need to stop 1 hour in order to ensure that in 20 years, our country won't get flooded or our place won't become too hot. We cannot survive. Is that not a small price to pay for now? I don't know lah. For me, it's like I think to myself,
maybe we are like the Japanese also come up with the other materials to supply to replace this EV. They are calling it one of the gas the nitrogens or what's a gas is
what
it?
Is it from from underwater kind of thing? Is it? I don't know.
No, because they are using the gas can do the some kind of like consumptions. Actually is a replacement of the petrol.
But is the environmental factor the same as using a gas car? Do you still spit out all the carbon and all this thing?
Lesser lah.
I mean, if there is such a breakthrough, I'm sure that would be a market for it lah. But as of now, your either choice is a petrol car or EV. And as you always mention, EV right now is an inconvenient because the infrastructure is not supported. Like country like Malaysia, of course lah. There's not. It's only in urban cities that you can actually use it feasibly lah. If you go cross country driving, it's not really good because there's no infrastructure to support it. But you're looking at it as a perspective of the inconvenience of a user lah, of you today. But you don't think of it as like, oh, in 10, 20 years, is my choices of choosing to drive petrol car will affect the environment in 20 or 30 years? It is
I think 10 years. Because we recently, I think Elon Musk they come out the what you call it, the robot taxi robot vehicles. I think for the future, maybe it's no one to drive, no driver at all.
Maybe lah. It's I don't. This one you brought up just now is the fact that Elon Musk recently made introduced the
robot cab or something. Robot cab or robot transport. The public transport.
I actually haven't seen this because I've already shut out Elon Musk out of my life already lah, because this guy is a terrible person to me lah. Even though he's the Tesla guy, but he didn't really.
Yeah, actually they are not very focused on Tesla anymore. They are more.
You don't like the Cybertruck, is it?
Cybertruck, a lot of issues there.
Cybertruck,
US try to send back to factory few times already.
Of course, it's not just Cybertruck. Tesla in general also got a lot of problems.
Actually, they come out the idea the Tesla. Actually, the battery. How come they make it so cheap? Actually, Tesla is not the very exclusive those kind of vehicles, EV vehicles. It's a cheaper. They're using the battery actually. I see, because Tesla actually they are not car maker.
They're not. They are a tech company actually.
Tech company.
Not really a car maker.
It's not like BMW, not like
which is a car maker lah.
There is a car maker. So many years they make a car.
Of course, that's the difference between Tesla and any other car brands lah. But people buy into Tesla in the early days lah. But now your Elon Musk.
Last time my favorite EV is
Tesla. Now you wake up already, is it? I've always been an anti-Tesla, anti-Elon Musk, but don't know lah. I was also same like
BYD you. You support build your dream.
I mean, at least BYD more better quality compared to
Burn
Tesla.
your dream
actually.
also.
Burn. Hey, no burn ma. Is no burning there. What is EV or battery only what? But that's the thing, right? Elon Musk. I don't know. Catch me up on this. They released the robot
Mm.
thing, right? What you now see is more worse, is it, for him to introduce this kind of so high thing? You don't like Elon's punya big brain idea anymore, is it?
Actually, I like him ideas, but that one is
Really?
these are robots ma. It's a public transport, public vehicles ma. Public vehicles is some kind of like a taxi. You can recharge and do everything. Is you just sit in the vehicle. You no need to worry the car for the charging. It's some kind of
because like there's someone else doing it for you, lah.
someone to do for you. If it's good for the public transport. If let's say for public transport, so electric vehicles
But is it for public though? I think it's for now. It's like you buy it as a personal driver kind of thing, isn't it?
it's a robot thing, you know.
Yeah, lah, but it's not like the government is going to provide all the robot, right?
I saw on the videos lah. It's the driving side the driver side it's empty one. No, without the steering, without the controller.
I mean, it's driverless car lah, like the science fiction movie last time.
Yeah.
The Total Recall,
You
all
just
these
sit
things.
inside and
You just sit inside, and then it's like it's self-drive lah. The only problem is Tesla's quality for this kind of thing is not really good so I wouldn't really trust Tesla to spearhead this kind of thing.
But this is happening in China already.
But I mean, you say like that. We have driverless trains also what. So automated transportation is there lah. But whether or not it's supported by the government is a different. If it's supported by private companies, I can tell you it's not gonna be a very affordable means of transportation lah. But again, let's come back to the EV side of things and how we are right now with Malaysia with EV lah. So for you, right, you still think it's not a good thing to Malaysia to adopt?
Not a good choice lah. Because
how much longer before we can actually start adopting then? Like, what would make you change your mind to say that, oh, now's the time to start the EV movement?
The convenience if let's say the convenience like nowadays today's the petrol is so easy for people who are pump petrol, right? So I just go to the petrol station. I spend 5 minutes and 10 minutes and pump my petrol, and pretty enough. Because now we are very rushed for our life and go on work and do some things. I think you live in 1 hour in the recharge. I mean, your battery.
It is a lot of time lah. But that's the thing. Isn't that inconvenience worth the effort for better sustainability?
Climate change.
For me, I always come back to that lah. People always say, "Oh, this
then
guy."
The climate change. Then we should shift to public transport.
Well, that I agree more to you. For me, I would rather we just shift to public transportation.
How come Malaysia makes so many cars?
Why?
Why?
You ask your doctor, Emma.
All the highways cross here and cross there.
We have so many highways, right?
Sometimes we just want to go opposite the road. Oh, you need to do the
Go one
highway.
full round, right?
How come we want to do so much the consumption for the petrol?
Because that's our life, our country is more
because
car.
our country got a lot of petrol.
See, if we always rely on petrol, you see how Saudi Arabia already they want to transition to non-oil based industry already. What? Building all these fancy buildings they developing a gaming world or gaming city, like actual video game city one.
Virtual gaming city.
Not virtual, actual city, but it's all very game centric. Like you go there, you can walk around, but there's like gaming things you can do one called Quidia or something like that. You see in Saudi Arabia also already, or the Middle East, they already focus on different things other than oil, because oil is a limited resource ma. It will end one day. For us also, we got limited resources. One day it will finish one. That's why the movement towards EV is a necessary movement. It's not about if, it's about when. And I can see from you, it's all about the convenience of having EV and then like being able to charge so quickly. But the thing is, that kind of innovation requires us to invest in it.
Okay, maybe one day, how we know maybe it's like our last time, Nokia, you remember the Nokia time? You can change the battery ma. You then the whole battery you can just do the belakang the belakang, then you shift out the battery.
but-
Maybe the vehicle is some kind of like, oh, I got the spare battery in my home, and then I just at home and change my battery at home. Then this kind of convenience, maybe I no need to worry. Oh, how long I
or
got
you have like a spare battery put
spare
inside
battery.
the car in case
Yeah,
you want
in
to.
case.
Yeah. That is a solution, but of course, it all depends on how the discovery is made or how the innovation is made and implemented. I'm sure that's what a lot of the car makers and scientists are trying to go towards. But as of now, we have what we have right now, which is you need to go to a
But
charging
now
port.
we still got the petrol. I'm still
Prefer the petrol.
prefer petrol.
I mean, I'm not going to blame people for choosing that.
Because
if
the
up to
petrol
me
is
also,
cheaper some more, right?
For now, it is cheaper, unless our subsidy no more
realistic-
subsidy.
I'm more realistic because the thing is the petrol is cheaper and then save my time. Then I go for petrol. If let's say something is like, if let's say one day the EV is save your time and then save your cost as well, then we go for EV. Now EV you can see in the market, EV is for the people who I want this kind of lifestyle, luxury things. You can see all the EV got birthday surgery lah, refresh, what that what inside, a
Can
lot
play
of things,
game, all
fancy
this one,
things
right?
inside. It's not like a vehicle some more.
A
It's like,
necessity, right?
yes. So it's a lifestyle. I can say EV is
Yes,
more
EV
like a
right now
lifestyle.
is a lifestyle. It is. We need to reposition the EV as a necessity because, like, for me, I would say that we need to adopt we need to reduce our oil or petrol usage Not just for sustainability, but also for cost. Because at some point, oil is going to be expensive because we will run out for sure. And when that time comes, we need to be able to change over to EV as easily
Maybe
as
next
possible.
time, maybe we'll maybe some inventor come out some car is do pump water. You use the steam to run
I
for
don't know
the
if there's such
vehicle.
thing or use the windmill, is it?
You know, the last time I got vehicle use steam one. I know
Steam engine.
steam engines.
But again, the efficiency of that is compared to oil also is not so smart, also good Different also what. Like how much energy requires in order for you to sustain a car for that level. But again, right now, as you say, it's all about convenience, and I think the more important is the cost as well Equally important the cost of going into EV. As you say right now, EV 100k at least minimum If suddenly got a 50k, 40k EV, I'm sure more people are willing to invest into it
Yes.
But government already starting to implement a bit of like benefits for EV car, like lower tax, car tax for EV car or zero tax those kind of thing.
The more EV, they have this called the special plate, number plate, for the EV cars because the safety issues Because we have this new new technology vehicles the safety is more important also It's of course the safety issue.
I mean, safety is important for
Well,
all
build
kinds
your
of
dream,
car
burn your dream, bro. Burn
You need to stop always saying all this thing all the EV will burn one, but CCC actually not much one That's why you need to do your research before simply say one
But you can see a lot of video is showing burn the electrical.
You see statistically the burn rate is not much compared to normal car one
Really?
Statistically, normal petrol-based car is burn more than the EV car actually.
But this EV car is burn non-stop one, bro.
Burn non-stop.
Yeah, they cannot. It's not easy to stop the burning because the battery.
I mean, that's the same thing if a car burn also what. So no different. After the car is burning, the point is it's burning already lah. But again, that's a different matter altogether. Right now is at the point of whether or not we are ready for EV adoption lah. Personally, I think it has to start already lah. Because if you don't start, you never start already lor. So for me personally, I think regardless of the current infrastructure, I think we should or start.
So you go and buy the BYD lah.
If I can afford it lah. Cannot afford also. How can say also what?
Then ask the audience see who I support us for purchase a BYD.
If they are willing to donate to me,
Build your dream.
or buy your dream lah.
Buy your dream.
If I can afford it lah. But that's that's what do you guys think? Are we ready for EV or not? Should we just abandon EV and just focus on oil a car and keep on drilling for all the oil, or maybe it's time that we just go for public transportation, as if that will ever happen.
Yeah lah.
As if that will ever happen. But let us know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoy what we talk about and
Yes.
what we do, please share, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we want to reach out to us, tehtarihour@gmail.com. Subscribe, a lot of subscribe. We try to reach 1K.
Yeah.
Until then, we will see,
See you guys,
on the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye bye.